if you go on the monthly time frame, as you can see here, price action has opened at 42,471 and has made a low of 36,497 and a high of 45,800. So price action on the 6-month time frame, as it has been 6 months, price action has created the same doji candle as you can see here. If you go into the 3rd quarter time frame, as you can see here, being that we're in the 2nd quarter, price action has created a bearish doji candle of large upper wick on the 1st quarter of this year, and a bullish doji candle with a large lower wick on the 2nd quarter of this year. So as you can see, it's a lot of seller's exhaustion around this area, and buyers are now in control, as there's 12 days left in this this quarter. So if you go to the monthly time frame, price action has created a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and a higher low, and now looks to create a higher high with a bullish engulfing candle made in May. And in June, price action has created a bullish doji candle for large upper wick with a high of 43,116 and have made a low of 41,800. So if we go on to the weekly time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a lower low, a lower high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and now looks to create a higher high with a bullish doji candle made this week. As you can see here, price action made a low of 41,950 and a high of 42,700. So if you go into the daily time frame, price action has created a higher high and a higher low and a higher high, and now looks to have created a higher low after rejecting off of price action has created a lower low and a lower high, and now looks to create a higher low after rejecting off of 43,000. So now if we go on to the 4-hour time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a higher high, a higher low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and now looks to create a lower low. And as you can see here, price action now looks to head towards 42,000, and as you can see here, it's created a bearish engulfing candle here, right around the 10 o'clock 4-hour candle. And if we go on to the 1-hour time frame, as you can see, it's created a lower low and a lower high. And so price action has now looks to create a lower low and head towards 42,000. So that'll be a good 1 to 2 risk to reward. So now on the yearly time frame, as you can see here, price action has opened at 2,000. Hold on, let me go to US30 real quick. So if we go on gold, as you can see here, price action has opened at 2,625 and has made a low of 2,614 and a high of 3,500. So now, as you can see here, price action has risen 759 points from its opening price, and as you can see here, continues to go bullish, as overall market structure is bullish. Alright, so now if we go on to the quarterly time frame, as you can see here, price action has opened at price overall market structure is bullish, with the first quarter candle opening at 2625, and with the current candle, as you can see here, has opened at 3124 and has made a low of 2,956 and a high of 3,500, and has risen 2,260 points from its opening price. Hello. Okay. So on a monthly time frame, as you can see, price action has opened at 3,303 and has made a low of 3,293 and a high of 3,451, and has risen 94 points from its opening price. So if I was to, for example, put a Fibonacci here, price action could go to a low of could create a higher low of 38.2% and head towards 3,163. On the weekly time frame, as you can see here, price action has opened at 3,440 and has fallen 48 points from its opening price. Price action has created a high of 3,451 and a low of 3,366. So price action has created a higher low, higher high, and now a higher low. On the daily time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now looks to create a 30.2% retracement, as you can see here on the daily time frame, opening with a bearish candle for this week, and has created a bullish doji candle, and then has created a bearish candle that has fallen negative 4 points from its opening price, with a low of 3,370. So if you go into the 4-hour time frame, as you can see here, let's see here. I'll put a trend line here, and essentially once price action breaks through this trend line and possibly finds support right around 38.2% retracement, I would look for a higher low and higher high on the 1-hour time frame, and that's likely where I would get my entry for a buy. Now, if we go on to the yearly time frame for USD and JPY, price action has created a bearish doji candle with a lower wick. Price action has opened at 157 and has created a low of 139.88 and has created a high of 158.87 and has created a has fallen 12 points from its opening price. So now price action has created a lower low here, lower high, higher high, maintained the same higher low, and has created a higher high, and now looks to create a 38.2% retracement. And as you can see here, 38.2% retracement is right around 139.56, and as you can see here on the quarterly time frame, price action has created a bearish doji candle, a bearish doji candle, same thing as the yearly time frame. So now, as you can see here, price action has created a bearish, two consecutive bearish doji candles. So price action has created a second quarter candle that's 149.95 and has created a low of 139.88, and as you can see here, it's created a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now let's create a higher low here, which is the wicks essentially on lower time frames. So if you go on to the monthly time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and a higher low, and a lower high, and now has looked to create a low. So and now as you can see here, we have 12 days left in this month, and price action has created a bullish doji candle with a lower wick. As you can see here, has risen 147.36 on a low and a high of 145.46. So that was a bullish doji candle to a bullish doji candle with large upper wick. So as you can see here, price action has created a, on the weekly time frame, has created a lower low, lower high, a higher low, and now looks to create a higher high. So as you can see here, price action has created low low, low high, higher low, higher high, higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and a lower high here, and a higher low, and maintain the same lower high, and could possibly create a higher high based off this higher low that was made here, As you can see here, price action continues to find support around 143. So on the 4-hour time frame, price action has created a bearish engulfing candle, following a bullish doji candle after rejecting off of this supply and demand zone area. So price action could look to create a higher low along with the higher high that was made just now. So if I had to measure the retracement here, around 38.2% retracement, price action has went to 144.38 and has created a bearish candle, as you can see here. And on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, the price action has created a bearish engulfing candle twice here after rejecting off of the supply and demand zone twice. Alright, so GBP, JPY, as you can see here, has created a bearish doji candle, and with a large lower wick. As you can see here, it has fallen 1.73 points from its opening price. As you can see, price action has made a high of 198.25 and a low of 184.38 after its opening price of 196.82. As you can see here, with market structure, price action has created a higher high and a higher low and a higher high and a higher low and a higher high, and now looks to create a higher high. On the quarterly time frame, as you can see here, so price action has created a bearish doji candle with a large lower wick and a bullish candle with a large lower wick as well, and symbolizing a lot of seller's exhaustion here in this area. So as you can see here, if we place a trend line, price action has broken through the trend line and has created a high, higher high, a higher low, a higher high, okay, a higher high, a higher low, a lower high, lower low, and a lower high, and now has created a higher low, and now looks to create a high high. So price action has currently created a bullish doji candle. So as you can see here, price action is creating a lower low, a lower high, a higher low, maintain the same high, and has created a lower low, and a lower high, and a lower low, and now it's created a higher high, and a higher low, at a high. So as you can see here, price action has created a bearish doji candle with a lower wick and a bearish candle with a large upper wick. So now, as you can see here, price action has created a bearish engulfing candle on the daily time frame after rejecting off of the daily time frame. So if we go to the daily time frame, price action has created a 61.8% retracement and has fallen to 194.30. And could possibly find the support around 194. So as you can see on the 4-hour time frame, price action has rejected off of a higher high here and now looks to create a higher low, as it could head towards a 61.8% retracement based off if we were measuring it off the daily time frame here. Seeing that on the daily time frame, it's a bearish engulfing candle. I look for entries and for price action to head towards 61.8% retracement. So on the yearly time frame, as you can see here, price action has opened at 0.61894 and has created a low of 0.59100 and has created a high of 0.65500 and has risen 301 points from its opening price. So as you can see here, price action has created a low, a low high, low, a low high, and a low, and now looks to create a low high now. So on the quarterly time frame, price action has created a bullish doji candle here, and on the second quarter has created a bullish candle with a large low wick, and it has risen 244 points from its opening price. And if you go into the monthly time frame, price action has created a.
Can I borrow your charger?
My charger?
It's right there.
Which? Yeah, you can borrow my charger.
Thank you.
So on the monthly time frame, price action has created a low high.
Also, will it be okay if I can stay here until the phone is done?
Sure.
Thank you.
So as you can see, price action on the monthly time frame has created a low. As you can see, it has created a low, low high, higher low, high, and a low here, and a lower high. So as you can see here, price action has created a 61.8% retracement, and as you can see here, it's around 0.65444. So if you go to the weekly time frame, so on the monthly time frame, price action has created a bullish candle with a large upper wick, symbolizing a lot of like buyers exhaustion around that area, along with the 61.8% retracement, and the price action making a low low and a low high. As you can see, I think here price action overall market structure is bearish, so price action may continue to go bearish. As you see here on the monthly time, the yearly time frame as well, price action created a lower high here, low, lower high, low, and now let's create a lower high. So it's keeping up with like overall market structure. If we go down to the weekly time frame, price action is created a lower low and a lower high and a higher low and a higher high and a higher low, and that looks to create a higher high. So price action has created a higher high. Price action has on the weekly time frame has created a high of 0.65, and price action has opened at 0.64700. So price action has created a higher high, a higher low, and now looks to create a high. So on the 4-hour time frame, price action has created a full 100% retracements, finding support around 0.64700, and has risen towards 0.64900, and has risen, could rise towards 0.65. So now price action could look to create a lower high. As you can see here, price action has created a higher high, a higher low, a lower high, a lower low. So on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see here, price action has created 38.2% retracement. As you can see here, right around 0.65. So as you can see here on lower time frames, price action could look to create a lower high after creating a low low, or at the very least, should price action continue to go bullish as overall market structure is bullish, then I'll look for an entry. But I would look on the 1-hour time frame to see price action is going to create a higher low and a higher high. So if we go on to the daily time frame, as you can see here, price action is creating a higher high, higher low, higher high, and has broken structure around here, and has created a lower low, and now looks to create a low high. So on the daily time frame, price action on GE, if we were to measure the retracement, it will create a low low, and now looks to create a low high. As you can see here, that's a 38.2% retracement of 1.34,900. So now, if we go on to the yearly time frame, price action has created a bullish engulfing candle here around January 7th, 2017, and a bullish engulfing candle here and this year, and it has risen 1,000 point, like I think it's 1,145 pips. So now, as you can see on the 6-month time frame, price action has created a lower low, a lower high, a higher low, a higher high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, and now has created a bullish engulfing candle and a higher high. So now, price action here has created a low here and a low high, and it's created a higher low, and now has risen to create a higher high. So now price action has created a low, and now has created a low high, and has created a high low, and high high, and has created bearish engulfing candles, rejecting off of 1.10. As you can see here, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bearish engulfing candles. But price action continued to find support right around 1.06. So then price action, okay, has created a low, and now it's created a high here, and as you can see here, price action has created a high, or it goes price action goes from 1, has risen to 1.15, and has made a high of 1.16. On the weekly time frame, price action has created a high, a higher low, a high, and now looks to create a higher low. So now as you can see here, price action has created a bearish doji candle with a large upper wick. As you can see here, on a daily time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a higher high and a higher low, and has created right around the 61.8% retracement, and has as you can see here, is currently resting around 1.15, and now looks to head towards 1.16. So if we go into the 4-hour time frame here, price action has created a high, higher low, a lower high, and a lower low, and could possibly look to create a lower high based off of market structure, meaning price action could create a bearish candle. Should price action create a higher low, I will look for entries around that area when price action, due to the fact that price action is overall bullish, and price action did find support on the daily time frame of 61.8% retracement. So moving on to US dollar, as you can see here. So price action has created a bearish doji candle, as you can see here, that has fallen 540 points from its opening price, and after opening at 13,252 and making a low of 12,626. So as you can see here, with the bearish engulfing candle made on the yearly time frame, price action could head towards 61.8% retracement, meaning that price action could head towards a 12,328. So with that being said, price action rests currently around 12,700, and now looks to head towards 12,600. So on a weekly time frame, on a 6-month time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a bearish doji candle, a bearish engulfing candle, and has could either head towards 50% retracement or 61.8% retracement. So now, on the quarterly time frame here, price action has created a high and has created a higher low here, and a low high, and a low low, and has created a high and has created a higher low. So as you can see, so on the quarterly time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a bullish engulfing candle here, with two consecutive bearish candles, as price action could look to find support around 50%, although on higher time frames, price action is currently showing a bearish engulfing candle. So on the monthly time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a lower high, and a lower low, and now has created a high, and has now created a higher low, with price action finding support around the supply and demand zone area here. So on the weekly time frame, price action has created a lower low and a lower high and a lower low, and now looks to create a bullish engulfing candle here, and okay, so price action is creating a higher high and a lower low and a lower high and a lower low, and now looks to create a higher high. So as you can see here on the 4-hour time frame, price action has created a 38.2% retracement. As you can see here, price action now looks to head towards 12,700 and continue to go bullish. So on the yearly time frame, as you can see here, price action has risen at 93,347 and has created a low of 774,000 and a high of 112,000, rising 11,000 from its opening price. So on the 6 month time frame, the same thing. So on the quarterly time frame, as you can see here, price action has created a bullish engulfing candle. As you can see, it has opened at 82,000 and has created a low of 74,000 and a high of 112,000, rising 22,000 points on the token price. So on the monthly time frame here, price action has created a high and a high low, and now it's created a high. So on the monthly time frame, price action has created a bullish doji candle. As you can see here, price action has created a weekly on a weekly time frame. Price action has created a high and a higher low, and now price action has created a 23.6% retracement. So it's around 103 103,000 so price action has on a daily time frame. As you can see here, price action has created a high and has created a higher low out here with a bearish doji candle. And as you can see here, as soon as price action creates a bullish engulfing candle, either around 23.6% retracement or 38.2% retracement is likely where I would buy, or if price action heads towards 61.8% retracement after creating a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame of May. So on the yearly time frame, price action price action has risen at 3,330 and it's created a low of 1,385, and price action has created a high of 3,744. Price action has fallen negative 800 points from its opening price, creating a bearish doji candle for lower wick. So as you can see here, a price action has created a bearish doji candle. Price action has created a higher high and a higher low, and created a lower high, and price action looks to create a higher low after a lot of bearish seller's exhaustion. So So price action has created price action created a high, low, high, a low, and so, so in the monthly time frame of Ethereum, price action has created a bullish engulfing candle last month and a bearish doji candle this month, and could continue to go bullish. Should it make a lower high from this area, the price action would likely find support right around 1,800. So, yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. So as you can see here, starting with this trade here, I'm essentially holding myself accountable. Essentially with this trade, as you can see here, I essentially, like, on a $15 time frame, as you can see here, price action opened last week with opened this week with a higher high, a higher low, a lower high, and a lower low, and now it's created a lower high, and now looks to create a lower low. So price action has created a bearish candle, and created a low low, a lower high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a lower high, and a lower low. So as you can see here, so as you can see here, I'm just reviewing trades. Can you open the door for the mine, please? To go to all USD, price action. Alright, so it's a buy at 0.653. So, the first action has broken structure on the 15-minute time frame. It's created a low, low high, a low, and has risen towards a high. So now price action looks to head towards a 38.2% retracement of 0.65, and price action also looks to head towards 50% retracement. So on gold, as you can see, price action has opened at 3,319.